The CEO of Habitat for Humanity OGN, joining us now to talk about a fantastic build coming up. Kim, thanks very much for taking the time today.
Hi, James, and happy holidays.
Kim, great news. We have a build coming to Gravenhurst, Muskoka Beach Road, a lovely stretch of road in Gravenhurst. And
That's right.
we've got that build coming specifically to Gravenhurst next year, as I understand. So first of all, I just want to talk about the build itself and what's happening with that.
Okay. Well, we're in the planning stages at the moment. We've had the property for some number of years, and we're going through the design phase, the surveys, the permits, all of the applications that we need to get ready to break ground in June.
Tell me about the selection process for this build. Muskoka Beach Road, as we've discussed, a bit of a great area for other habitat builds. And
Yes, a lovely neighborhood.
yeah, and the new property looks great. Tell me about how it was selected and what goes into the process of selecting a property specifically.
This property was actually sold to Habitat for Humanity Muskoka before our amalgamation way back in 2010. It was sold by a local gentleman and his wife who wanted to support affordable housing in the town, and so it was sold to us at a discounted price.
That's amazing. I'm sure there's lots of stories like that because I know people are very supportive of Habitat for Humanity and the work that you guys do. And this is the other part of it too, is you are helping local families find homes that they usually wouldn't be able to find. And you're in the process, I'm assuming, of finding one or two families that will be involved in this project. Tell me a bit about that, Kim. Give us an idea of how that works.
We are preparing to formally open the application process in early next year, by the end of Q1, we hope. And in the meantime, if people are interested in learning about the criteria that we apply, they can go to our website at www.habitatgatewaynorth.com and click on the Affordable Housing tab at the top.
Kim, give me a quick breakdown of what is expected. What kind of criteria need to be followed for a family to be selected?
Absolutely. We have three pillars. The first is a family in need. We want to take a family who is in unsuitable housing and move them to safe, decent, and affordable housing. The second criteria is financial. We don't give our homes away for free, which is a myth out there. We actually sell the homes and we provide affordability through a Habitat mortgage. So our mortgages offer no down payment, no interest, and the monthly payments are geared to income. But we want to make sure that the families are employed. They are of lower income, but they make enough that they can make reasonable, affordable monthly payments and also maintain the home after they have title.
And as discussed before, there is some involvement required in terms of volunteering for the project too, right?
Yes, James, I'll just back up one second. There's a third pillar
about
willingness. That's okay. It's about willingness to partner, and you're touching on it with your question about volunteerism. So we really look at our families as partners, as part of our extended team. We do know that they represent us in the town. They have the Habitat label. People know where Habitat homes are. So we look for people who are willing and able to volunteer, have the values that align with Habitat. They enjoy and do community service perhaps already. And so it's about alignment of character, values, willingness, attitude, in addition to the financial and the need. We do ask our families to volunteer for a minimum of 500 hours, either on the build site, in the restore, or they can volunteer in the community. If they, negotiate that with us, I guess that's a big word, but if they're particularly passionate about something, as long as they're giving back to the community, we're happy.
Let's talk about Gravenhurst itself, because as we said, you had a number of builds there. It must be quite a positive place to be building for Habitat for Humanity. What is the community response like with these builds?
The community has been so receptive, and we're very grateful. Habitat is under no illusion. Communities build affordable homes for each other. We don't come in and just deliver affordable homes without the partnership and assistance of lots of people in the community. And our recent press release is an example of that. Many people who are of influence in Gravenhurst have stepped forward and supported the build. We want to thank the Chamberlain Timber Mart and the Home Building Center Gravenhurst, who are our lead donors. They've stepped forward with a pledge of $70,000 in building materials to support the build. And we also need to thank the District of Muskoka, who have provided $300,000 in funding so far.
Kim, as you're saying, the Habitat OGN is very meticulous in terms of how it selects and runs these programs. We discussed before there was some concern that there might be a confusion mixed up with a very a sad situation that a house burnt down on Muskoka Beach Road. Some people may have thought that was a Habitat home. You're telling me that's not.
That's correct. We learned of that because the community actually reached out to Habitat homeowners to find out if they were okay, which I find absolutely heartwarming. But I do want to take the opportunity to say that house that was troublesome in the neighborhood was not in fact a Habitat home. I'm very proud to say that the Habitat homes on Muskoka Beach Road are well cared for and well managed.
Let's talk about what is coming. So I know the site prep April of next year, and then tell me about the groundbreaking itself, when we can expect that, and if there's a possibility of knowing when this will be finished.
Yes, the lot is well treed, so we'll be starting as soon as we can. We're looking at April, if the weather permits, to start clearing only what's necessary for the Habitat homes and the driveways. And then we're gearing up towards groundbreaking early June, we hope, at which case there will be a ceremony where community members will be invited to celebrate. So more details to come on that, but we usually have sort of a celebration first, and then we get to work.
Amazing. We will look forward to covering that awesome event. And until then, I would like to say thank you very much again for all the work you guys do in our community, Kim. And thanks very much for taking the time today.
Thank you for the opportunity to tell everybody about it. We're very excited to be back in Gravenhurst, and happy holidays again.